Hey, hey, Get Healthy UTV squad and anybody else who is watching us today. My name is Freytag. This is Sam Cameranesi, and I'm going to turn on Instagram because we promised our Insta friends that we would add them in also. So let's see if it's going live. I can't even tell. Stay with us, everybody. We've got an hour of Q&A. Okay, why isn't it saying it's live? Hold tight, everybody.
Exit out and try it again.
Exit out and try again. When in doubt, turn off your electronics and try again. So we are here for an hour of our typical Q&A. Here we go. I think I got it. Yeah, here we go. Checking connection. We do this monthly, so here we go. We're live now. Hi, Instagram. How are you? Monthly. So, gosh, we've been doing this for a couple years. So actually, if you go to gethealthyutv.com, you click on free videos, you can go to the live Q&A, and you can watch all of our past ones if you're really bored, or maybe maybe you're sitting in the car for a long road trip. You could listen, because we do kind of theme it out. Yep. We hit different themes. We've had things like we talk about good form, we talk about nutrition, we talk about, today we're going to hit a few things on mental health. We talked about how to, plan your workouts, blah, blah, blah. So you're always welcome to join us. Today we have some pre-asked questions like we always do. So Sam's going to be our moderator. She's going to keep track of all the questions. She can see right there on her computer. Questions that were already asked, questions that are coming up. I'm going to remind you about a couple of things happening at Get Healthy UTV. So stay with us. We're here for an hour. Feel free to come and go. Same with you guys, Instagram. Let's get right into it, Sam. Talking about, like I said, we were kind of talking a little bit about mental health, because I think a lot of people are kind of hitting that point where, okay, it's been like 8 months of pandemic. Yeah. We've had a lot of things going on. There's a lot of political stress. The weather's getting colder. People are just starting to feel a little on edge and trying to figure out, how do I stay healthy through these holidays, which are going to look different than they normally do.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But go ahead, Sam. Let's start us off with some of our great questions.
Yeah. So we've got a ton of questions, but we're going to start with the ones that are on our topic first, and then we'll move to other ones after that.
Okay.
Does exercise affect your mental health?
Hello. The answer is a resounding yes. I mean, half the reason I exercise, or more, maybe 75% of the reason I exercise, is mental health. It is a stress reliever. It changes your endorphins release. That's your body's natural happy hormone that's released in your body. One of the things about exercise is you're typically in the present. So you start huffing and puffing, and you're just kind of like living in the now. A lot of people listen to music or follow instruction. You're just kind of doing your thing. You're sweating, you're detoxifying, you're feeling stronger and healthier, and it translates into confidence, but you're in the now. You're not thinking about, oh my gosh, tomorrow there's this horrible thing going to happen, or last week I got, in this controversy, and now I'm trying to still think about what to do. Like, you're in the now. Plus, there have been so many studies about the connection between the brain and the body, the positive part of the, like, good for your heart health, good for your health numbers. And when those things are in check, your mental health is better, stress relief. We're going to talk about meditation today, because meditation is a form of exercise.
Absolutely.
It's the most passive, easy exercise you can do. Hold tight. We're going to talk about our free 14-day meditation challenge. Just hold tight. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So yes, there's resounding reasons why you should exercise for mental health alone.
So kind of getting into meditation, what should someone do if they feel super restless when they're doing meditation, or like kind of discomfort? How do you...
Yeah, I think people like you and I might have a hard time meditating, because we're type A. We're really intense, and I like things that involve movement. And so when you're sitting quietly and peacefully, sometimes that is just as hard as doing a jump squat. I mean, really, right? Yep. So meditation is really just deep breathing at its core. And deep breathing has been proven to change things like your, oxygen flow, your heart rate, your mood. It helps you sleep. When I'm having trouble sleeping, we were talking about this just the other day. Yeah. I lay in bed and I do deep breathing, because that sometimes I kind of sink into this pattern where it just lulls me back to sleep. But meditation doesn't have to have rules. We might as well talk about, we put together a 14-day free meditation challenge for any of you who want to try it. If you've never meditated before, or you have but you're not consistent, this is a 14-day free meditation challenge. It starts with just like 3+ minutes a day, 3 to 5 minutes a day. By day 14, you are doing about 15 minutes of meditation, and the last 2 or 3 meditations involve a little movement. Now, that is my daughter. Does she look like me?
She does.
That's Chloe. She is a meditation teacher, a Kundalini teacher, and a professional ballerina. So meditation is part of her life. Those of you on Instagram, you guys can't see the video playing right now. But she and I put this together, a 14-day plan. There's all different breathing techniques, but it doesn't have to be religious or woo-woo in connotation. And in this 14-day meditation challenge, I'm just going to quickly hit it. It starts with breathing patterns. Then it goes into some chanting, because chanting, repeating things, it's used again for depression patients, can help you just take your mind off things. And then it gets into just some easy movements in the last few days. So sign up for it and try it, because no better time than now when we're entering into the colder months and the holidays.
Absolutely.
And there was a link, wasn't there, for people to sign up?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll just put it in, if you're watching on Facebook and stuff like that.
And on Instagram, we'll give you guys a swipe up page at the end of this little live.
Absolutely. So when you talk about meditation, do you sit when you're doing it? Do you lie down? Does it matter?
You literally can do it standing, sitting, laying down, dark, light. Don't do it in traffic.
Maybe not in your car.
Yeah, when you're in your car. But, you're on the subway or something. I don't know if people take the subway right now, but, you can just find that place in your office, whatever works for you. And, Apple was one of the companies that came out and did a whole bunch of studies about, they added a little breathing app to their watch.
Yep.
That said deep breathing has mega results on your body's neurological and physiological systems, and everybody should do it. And that's why they added this breathing app, and they have a lot of science behind it. So
I will say I just started doing that. Like, I try to do it every day. I never used to. I used to turn it off, and now I've turned it on to make myself do it.
It's really hard. And when we were filming that 14-day meditation challenge, and Chloe was doing all the meditations, and I was behind the camera, and I was doing them with her.
Yeah.
I was like so zen. I was like so, and I'm like, man, if I could just, and I'm being honest, I need to dedicate at least 5 minutes a day to doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm not always consistent with meditation. So, hey, there's room for growth for all of us.
Absolutely. All right, let's see. Still along the lines of meditation, is there a best time of day to do it? Morning, night, whenever you have time?
It's whenever you have time. It's like anything. A calorie burned at 6 a.m. is the same calorie burned at 6 p.m. Meditating at 6 a.m. is the same as meditating at 6 p.m. It depends on your lifestyle, who you are, what you like,
yep.
what your work and your job is, what's going on with your family. That's what really matters. So don't put rules on yourself. Rules are what keep us from doing what we need to do. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm a fan of rules, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to exercise, it's like people go black or white. I either have to exercise in the morning or forget it, I'm not exercising. And that's not true. Like, I'm a morning exerciser. I think morning exercise is one of the best times to exercise. But if you work the third shift and that's not for you, then you want to exercise in the evening, do it, because it's about what works for you.
Absolutely. Other than meditation, are there other activities that improve your mental well-being?
For me, walking and fresh air improves my mental well-being. Mm-hmm. I get outside, I take the dog out, I'll put my ear pods in, I'll listen to a podcast or just quiet music. Mm-hmm. And it is so soothing for me. There's a lot of activity. Some people think boxing, mm-hmm. really hitting up, not just kickboxing, but just hitting a true, bag yep. makes a difference. There are a lot of ways to improve your mental health. I actually remember, this was about 10 years ago, but someone came into my kickboxing class and she said that she had just lost a loved one to a hard bout of cancer. And she said, I am here today to kick cancer to the curb. Like, she just worked so hard during class. And she told me afterwards, she said, I feel so much better. Thank you. So, movement is used to treat depression patients, anxiety, people with anxiety, and movement can be running super fast. Movement can be just flowing your arms. Yeah. Movement has no exact definition. It's about any body movement in space.
Absolutely. And one thing that I found recently too is like reading a book or something like that. That forces me to slow down. Meditation is something that I'm trying to work on, but even, reading a book or something like that, something that you enjoy
night and day. So I wear Polartec leggings, Smart Wool socks, and we will go with hand warmers and foot warmers. People who live in warm weather are thinking we're ridiculous.
They're like, what are you talking about?
What are you doing, and why do you live there? But we will put hand warmers and foot warmers in, and I'm a walker. 10, 11 months out of the year, I'll go outside. If a friend will join me, I will go outside and walk the dog because our dog loves cold weather. And so I'll do it. But it's all about layering. And then on your face, you got to now you have to wear a mask anyway, but get that scarf up there, warm wool hat or warm winter hat. It's all about being smart, layering, hand warmers, foot warmers. That's the deal. It's intense. Okay. Someone said, so I don't walk anymore, but I do work out most days with rest days, including yoga, stretching, and foam roller. Would you say that's good enough? Absolutely. You don't have to walk if you're already working out. What do you like to do? Walking is awesome. Walking is good for the mind and for the body and for the lymphatic system and all that good stuff. But if you're already working out, you're doing those things for yourself. So pick what works for you. I think anyone who's a pet owner, a dog owner, knows that dogs just get you outside. They just make you do more miles.
They really do.
Because they need to get out there too. But yeah, I mean, listen, today I'm not going to walk. It's raining.
Yeah, it's
disgusting.
It's not.
So walking is not on my agenda. So you're doing great. Jill's asking, will we do more walking videos? Yes, yes, and yes. That's always on our list. People love them. Coming down the ladder is also on our list. Someone's asking for that workout.
We had somebody else ask that same question just yesterday.
Yep. And one last question about winter walking. Do you wear spikes or boots? Okay, so once it gets snowy, you can put those yak tracks on the bottom. They're like spikes that they're literally like a boot that you it's not like a bungee cord, but it kind of is. It just comes to the bottom of your tennis shoe if you want and helps you on ice. But we wear our Sorel boots in the winter and we clod hop. I got to tell you, the first time I wear my Sorels for longer work, my shins and my calves feel it so
they're
much.
On fire.
Because you have to pick your feet up.
Yes. And they're not they're kind of heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's different
like
than
ankle
tennis
weights.
shoes. Yeah. It is like ankle weights.
We just got note, and we are back on Facebook and on our website. So if you're more comfortable going there, head on over, tell your friends we are back on.
We're back, people.
And then we'll just continue on with these questions because we still have a bunch that we haven't gotten to. And then again, if you have any more, keep dropping them in there and we will address them.
Okay.
We have somebody saying she tries to do yoga once a week, but when her mind is racing, thinking about all the things she has to do, she really can't relax enough to practice. So instead, she wants to do something else more strenuous to get kind of her anxiety out. In the meantime, she's kind of looking for any tips that can help her calm down enough to do yoga.
Well, one of the things that I notice about yoga for myself is those first 5 minutes are crucial. It's like if the instructor brings you to a place where you're lying on your back or you are, in child's pose and you're just kind of starting, you start with that deep breathing, which just takes you kind of into a different place. That makes it easier for me. So you really need that beginning portion. I would say 99% of our yoga classes all start with that first introductory, start breathing, relax, clear the head kind of instruction. That makes a difference. But it's okay if your mind wanders during yoga. And if you're that person who likes a little more strenuous, you probably would like the vinyasa yoga, which is flow yoga versus the slower yoga, like a hatha yoga or a yin yoga where we're holding the poses or slowing down. The vinyasa flow is strenuous. I mean, man, I can work up a sweat in that situation. And even, if you like a little heat, get a space heater. Seriously. If you live in a cold weather, have a space heater. You can buy many, at Walmart, Target. Put it in the room, turn it up, start to heat up a little bit. And it kind of is this euphoric feeling.
Yeah. And I love doing yoga in the heat. And it doesn't have to be super hot, but I just feel my muscles just relax a little bit deeper.
More.
Yeah. I know I always tell myself, and it's actually something being a little more injured, I've been trying to do more of because I know my body needs it. My mind doesn't always want, I want to pick up the heavy weights, but I'm like, no, just relax and really do it. So.
Recovery is seriously underrated.
It is.
It's underrated.
Even by us fitness instructors.
Overtraining is a real problem, and overtraining is not good. You'll start to notice your heart rate doesn't go up, your muscles hurt, you get injured, you're not feeling good, you're not sleeping well. So you really have to find that dance. Someone just said, oh, the Get Healthy UTV trainers are the greatest. Thank you so much. We have 8 trainers.
Yes.
We have other trainers on the website, other friends of mine that we've licensed their videos, which is great. But we have the live trainers that do the gold. They're all Minneapolis people. They've all been teaching for lots and lots of years. They all have different personalities and different strengths. So we try to give you a lot of variety so that you can enjoy it. And I enjoy kind of trying out everybody's workouts. So it's super fun.
We have somebody saying that she is 3 weeks post-COVID. Any tips on what she should do to ease back into a workout routine?
Okay, so, hopefully you're feeling good. I don't know, how it hit you. Everybody is different. But start with something like a 20-minute walking workout. Start with something like, one of the chair workouts or something that just feels like, okay, how do I feel when I get my heart rate up? Make sure you're well hydrated. Make sure you've fueled your body and you're ready to go, and just ease into it. If you're somebody who's been working out forever and you just had this blip of COVID, you can pretty much just go right back into it.
Yep.
If you're someone who feels like you ended up taking a little extra time off, just start with something a little bit more I always say baby steps. Don't go for like the hardest workout you've ever seen in your life. Start with something a little easier. Try it. And if it felt good, that good news is, yay, I can move up.
Yep.
Someone just said, can you put together a quick cardio sweat building workout with a 20-minute yoga stretch cool down? A quick cardio sweat building workout with a 20-minute. Oh, so they're looking like for cardio and yoga together.
Interesting.
Cardio yoga.
All right.
Put it on our list. You better be a gold member because that's going to show up in gold. Cardio and yoga together. I'm trying to come up with a name for that. Card yoga? Cardioga. We'll work on that. Yo cardio.
I like that. All right.
We'll come up with something. I like that idea. Do a quick cardio, then do 20 minutes of stretching.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for the idea. Please do more yoga. Okay, more yin yogas.
Oh.
Okay, you guys, this top secret. I let you guys, people who join in our Q&As and people who are like in our Facebook group, you kind of get some of this information that other people don't know. But we have a couple new yogas coming to the website pretty quickly here. Yeah. They're from yoga teachers that are based out of LA. They're really good yoga routines. I previewed them. They're awesome.
Yep.
One is a gal, one is a guy. They're great. And one of them is yin based. So yay for you. Who is asking for that? I can't, people's names on Instagram are so crazy. I don't know, but so you're going to see more and more split days. Yeah, we could put more, we could do another round of split days.
Yeah.
Split days are gold workouts for those of you who are Get Healthy UTV workouts. People are asking for heavier weight days where like, pick up your 15-pounders, pick up those heavier weights, go slow and steady and burn out, max out your muscles as well as split your body into different days. So we love total body workouts because they feel accomplished. Most of my workouts are total body. So I would say 90% of my workouts I do are total body. I do push-ups, I do chest presses, squats, lunges, but I do love the idea of split days. So we did like back and bi, try, chest and shoulders, glutes, leg day, core day. So yeah, we can do that again.
Awesome.
Long walks in Sorels, would it be too heavy for the knees? It depends on who you are. Yeah. I mean, we get used to it because we do it so much.
We do it far too many months out of the year.
Right.
Chris, what is your biggest struggle with working out if you're not feeling motivated? Do you ever have days where you're not feeling motivated?
Yeah. I definitely have those days. I will say that discipline is freedom. I've said that before. So I've just created discipline in the exercise world after doing this for 30 years. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's kind of like brushing my teeth. Like, I'm going to brush my teeth no matter what because I know how important that is, right? You're just going to do it. So exercise has kind of become that for me where it's like, even during COVID in the early months when we were in such isolation, I was like, get up, put on your workout clothes, turn on Get Healthy UTV. I had my plan of which workout I was going to do each day and do it. And once you get going, everything switches. Like if you can get into that first 5-10 minutes, everything switches. But yeah, I have those non-motivated days. I do a lot of self-talk. I do a lot of like just contests with myself. Like, okay, I just need to burn 200 calories a day. That's it. I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to make myself go crazy, but I'm going to go for 200 calories.
Yep.
Turn on my watch, do something. Those kinds of things, that's just, I like play with my mind, and I do kind of the Mel Robbins, like 5-second rule. Like if you sit there and talk to if you set 10 alarms on your phone, you're probably not getting up, right?
That's me, but I still get up.
But it's pretty hard after that 8th alarm.
Oh, yeah.
People just go, screw it, and they go back to bed. You kind of have to be that person who says, I'm going to give myself 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, go, activate. You know, it's kind of, you have to do that.
I will say the thing that helps me, especially now, but even before, like if I'm going to a class, if it's like planned, I'm going, a friend is meeting me or whatever, I'm going to your house to work out with you, like it keeps me accountable. And so you just do it. Like I know if I press that last alarm one more time, I'm going to let someone down. So find a workout partner, even if it's over Zoom. Like I have done quite a few Zoom workouts with some friends, and you open up the computer screen and you do it together. I mean, it's community a different way, but it holds you accountable.
Well, we also have people in the Get Healthy UTV squad Facebook group who they will group together, and they'll say, okay, tomorrow everybody do, the new body weight blast workout. And everyone will say, okay, we're all going to do it. And then they'll report back and say, I did it.
Yep.
So again, accountability even online. Hey, someone was also mentioning buff body yoga. I forgot about that. When you were saying people who can't concentrate on yoga, try our buff body yoga workout. So that's yoga with weights.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little it's more intense.
Absolutely. Kind of going along the same lines, but people would like to know what your current fitness weekly routine is.
Okay, you want to know? Let's see. Mondays, so far since COVID, it was outdoor boot camp. I would just get together with friends. You've maybe seen it on our Instagram story. I would have somewhere between 10 to 20 friends and neighbors come over, and we would do an outdoor workout because it just felt really good to get fresh air. I must say, it might be over because we have snow on the ground.
Yes. Unfortunately.
So that might be the end of that. Then on Mondays, I will just do a Get Healthy UTV workout. I'll pick out something. I tend to go for the cardio strength combos. And because I know all the workouts, I'll look and go, oh, Shelly did a gold workout 2 weeks ago that I didn't get to try yet, so I'm going to try that one. So that's kind of my Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I teach at the health club. I have been doing that for years, for 23 years to be exact.
There you go.
And I have a community of friends who are still doing it together. Talk about longevity and accountability. So I do that. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I'm pretty much a walker. So I get out, I walk the dog, I walk with girlfriends, or I will do a shorter Get Healthy UTV workout. I like to pick out, so I will sort by time. A lot of times I do those 20-minute workouts. Seriously, like Power 20.
Yeah.
I instructed that, but I love that system. I also love a couple of the jab, punch, crunch shorter ones. I like a couple of, I'm thinking of Lindsay's body weight cross training.
Yep. Or this isn't lower, but the 40, 30, 20.
Oh yeah, I like
it.
I love the HIIT workouts on the gold workouts. So I'll do that at home too. But typically I don't, I'll lift weights 3 to 4 days a week, and the other days I don't.
Yep.
And a lot of times they're all in a row. People say, well, are you supposed to space your weights out? And for me, I'm I just do what works for me in my schedule. I will go sometimes 3 days without picking up a weight, and then I'll do 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
So, but I guess I would say I work out 5 days a week, and then the other 2 days are walking, pretty much.
Somebody is asking, do you do a lot of the workouts that you lead? Do you watch yourself?
Sometimes I don't like to because, first of all, I already know what's coming. Second of all, I prefer to do someone else's workout. I think it's fun to work out and do Sam's workout, do Shelly's workout, do Lindsay's workout. I love Sheila's yoga. Kate cracks me up, so I love to work out with Kate. So I like doing other people's yoga. I really like Amy Dixon's Going Strong system. That's just, I like her personality. I like those workouts. So I prefer to do someone else's workout. But when I'm with my family, sometimes, or friends, they'll be like, let's do this workout that you led. And I'm like, ugh. But I'll still do it. I like the definitions workouts.
Those ones are good
Yeah,
ones.
those are oldies but goodies.
Yeah, absolutely. We have somebody asking, how do you protect your knees from all the squats and lunges?
See, everybody's body is different, and it depends on your genetics as well as your past activity. So squats and lunges don't hurt me. They just don't. Now, lunges are harder on my knees than squats. So I will even comment sometimes during a workout that I'm instructing, like, I'm going to go easy on lunges today because my knees are kind of feeling it. And maybe what I feel more is fatigue. I don't feel pain in my knees. Squats for me are like, do them all day.
Team squat.
But running hurts my knees. It hurts my knees, and I don't want to get injured. And that's why I stopped running years ago. I mean, occasionally I'll run, or I'll run across the street, but I'm not a runner so anymore. And that was hard for me. So that's just what is for me. Now, people who say my knees hurt when I squat or I lunge, like when someone says I can't lunge, I'm like, okay, only go squats. Squats are totally great. Skip the lunges. Don't do them. For some people, it's the opposite. But for most people, lunges are harder on their knees. Now, if you have somebody asked me the other day, they said, okay, I'm hearing squish squash in my knees.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fluid.
Okay.
Then you want to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Because maybe you need to get the fluid drained. I don't know what's going in there, in there. Knees and shoulders are complicated. They're ball and socket joints. So they have a lot of tendons and ligaments. They circumduct. And so they're a little, knees don't circumduct. I shouldn't say that. Hips and shoulders circumduct. But knees are hinges that move in a couple different directions. You just have to be really smart with them. So one thing for all of you guys. So muscle fatigue is, oh my gosh, I can barely do another rep. Wow, I'm working so hard. Muscle pain is, uh-oh, that hurts. So muscle fatigue, work through muscle fatigue. Work to muscle fatigue. Muscle pain, stop what you're doing and find out why it hurts.
Yep.
Don't work through pain.
Absolutely. And I think especially like the more, I'm sure when you would train people, like lunges and squats, you have to be very strategic and like how you're doing them. Form is going to be key.
Form is absolutely key.
My mom is starting to work out again, and so we'll always watch her form. And it's just one thing, it's like if she bends down too far and she's like, well, why does my back hurt? Well, that's why. So really pay attention, especially with those movements, but every movement, about your form, especially with the lunges and the squats.
And we do a lot of instructing on form in all of our videos.
Yep.
We did have a whole Q&A on just form.
I think we should do another one.
I know, where we demonstrated. So we weren't just sitting at a table. We were showing how to do a deadlift, how to do a squat, how to do a lunge, how to do a proper sit-up, that kind of stuff. And we could definitely do that again because it's really going to make it. Body awareness is a huge part of exercise. So back to the benefits, the mind thing, that is another really good benefit of exercise is body awareness. People tend to get less injured if they are active because they're aware of their body in space and their balance gets better. So you're on like I was up on this ladder. We're having construction in our house. And my husband's like, oh my God, be careful. I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty steady. Cause like I got my awareness going. Makes a difference in your daily activities.
It does. Let's see. Where is the best placement of resistance bands to work the outer thighs and outer hips?
So your abductors. Well, again, there's no exacts like placement. I'm thinking she's talking mini band. Yeah. Because she's looping it around her legs. I mean, when it depends on the width of the mini band too, because there's like 7-inch, 9-inch, 11-inch. I mean, it just depends on what you're using. If it's too easy to do the old thigh master move, then you're not going to really feel it as much. But I say to get the outer thigh, you kind of have to bring it above the knee.
Above the knee, yeah.
It depends on how tight that band is and if you're feeling that resistance. Remember that equipment at the gym where people just sit there and they go like this with their legs? And it used to kill me like 20 years ago. There'd be people like reading a chapter book going like, I'm like, are you kidding? This is not a cardio machine. If you're reading, you need to take the intensity up. You're only supposed to do like 10 reps. So, I would say above the knee for sure, but it depends on the band.
Yeah, and it depends on what I feel like movement you're doing.
Right.
Like if you're doing a glute bridge and stuff like that, I always have it above my knees.
Always above my knees. But if you're walking side to side, sometimes I take it down to below the knee, but then it's a little different movement.
Yeah.
We have a lot of mini band workouts.
We do.
Yeah, a lot of the bar workouts.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. This woman says, enjoying having a glass of red wine at the end of the day. What can I do to replace it?
Why? Why do you have to replace it? I'm with you, girlfriend.
Chris likes her wine.
One glass was the key that you said there. If you were saying 2 or 3, I'd say, yeah, replace it. If you're having 1 glass of wine a day, I mean, they say red wine is good for you. But for me, I don't do that because I get up so early and it just kind of makes me a little more groggy, or I should say tired. So for me, wine is more like a weekend thing. Replacing it, if you're looking for something to soothe you, I would say tea. I mean, because to me, wine is that relaxation feeling, right? That's what I just get that feeling from it. And for me, hot tea is like that. So typically on the weeknight, I have hot tea all year long, even in the cold. I mean, even in the heat, I still drink hot tea at night. I drink this tea, you guys know, it's called Organifi. We can put a link up to it on Amazon. It's not cheap. It's like fairly expensive. It's like $2 a serving. So that's my Starbucks for the day. But it's got reishi mushroom and turmeric, and it tastes like a chai kind of blend, and I absolutely love it. That being said, red wine is good for you, but again, the key word that I heard was one glass, right? The problem for a lot of people is 1 glass turns into 2 while they're cooking dinner, and then it's a quickly slippery slope.
Any important things to note for exercising during pregnancy?
Yes. Well, one of the rules of thumb is whatever you've been doing for the past 6 months, you can probably keep doing. So if you're somebody who's super fat, and you've been, we hear from a lot of our Get Healthy UTV members who are pregnant and say, I'm still doing all of these workouts. If you guys watched trainer Lindsay through her 2 pregnancies, she continued to do that same level of activity up until about 8 months because she was so fit and her body was used to it. So whatever you've been doing for 6 months, you can probably keep doing. However, you will hit a point in your pregnancy where either your belly gets too big or you start to get too tired because you are building a human and give yourself grace. If you're like, you know what, this is too much on my joints, or I'm starting to get too fatigued, or I'm taking care of other kids while I'm pregnant. And there are a lot of factors that come into it. Then give yourself grace, tailor back a little bit, take it down. And there is also a certain point where ab exercises make no sense. You won't do them anymore because it just makes no sense. You've got a belly out here. And planking starts to get uncomfortable, and it's a bad position for a fully pregnant woman, so you'll skip all of those. A stability ball can be your friend. Now, if you are brand new pregnant and brand new to exercise, you need to talk to your doctor because you need to keep your heart rate at a place where you don't get too lightheaded and dizzy. You don't want to pass out. You need to talk about what it would look like to, a lot of women will all of a sudden go, uh-oh, I want to keep my weight in check. I want to start working out. Then you should even look into a prenatal class of some sort. We do have Baby Bump Fitness. It's a great program online at Get Healthy UTV. We always suggest checking with your doctor first. But it is, Lindsay was like 7 or 8 months pregnant when she filmed it. And there's a bar workout, a total body boot camp maybe, and a yoga workout. And they're really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Your favorite quick snack ideas, especially for busy teachers?
Nuts and seeds, trail mix. It's my favorite thing in the world. I make my own trail mix. I put together pumpkin seeds, pepitos, pistachios. I now am using sugar-free chocolate chips, like cranberries, dried cranberries. I'll throw in sometimes some almonds. And it's just like my go-to snack because it satiates you. It's healthy fats. It's protein. Nuts and seeds are good for your hormones. And so it's clean. There's no chemicals. I do all raw, shelled nuts. I know she can't eat nuts and seeds.
She's looking at me. I'm like, I don't know.
She's allergic. But fruit, like I love bananas, grapes, apples. Those are kind of my go-tos. Any kind of, yogurt. I like yogurt. I like Greek yogurt. So for me, that's a good snack. Those are kinds of the things I take on the go, mostly the fruit and the nuts and the seeds and stuff, because those are easy to take on the go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll pack hard-boiled eggs or stuff like that, but you want to keep those cold, so it's harder to take with you.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, somebody is asking you what your favorite brand of yogurt is.
I eat Fage yogurt, F-A-G-E. It's pronounced Fage. And I love it because it's Greek yogurt. It's super thick and creamy. I am such a dairy person. I don't eat really dairy, but I love ice cream. I love creamy cheesecake. I love all that good stuff. And so Greek yogurt for me is really creamy. I love it. I never buy the kind with added sugar. Never. I never buy the flavors because they're just added sugar. I'd rather add my own sugar through my own berries, my own fruit, or I'll put like a little packet of stevia in there and stir it up. And then to me, it's like dessert. Put some almonds in there or pistachios. It's like Amazing.
It's like ice cream.
It is like ice cream.
Do you have any?
I'm just looking to see. Will you be doing any spinning workouts? We don't know about that. Just one more thing.
No.
We're trying, but okay. How do you inspire family members to work out when they have no desire to start? You know, that is really tough. It depends on if these are your kids or your spouse, because that's a different relationship, right? Your kids, you can kind of encourage and educate and take a different approach than your spouse who says, I don't care, I don't want to do it, or whatever. I hate that a health scare sometimes is the beginning for a lot of people to start things, but unfortunately, people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, something will happen where they are diagnosed with diabetes, or they have a stroke, or they have high blood pressure, or they have anxiety, or they something happens where the doctor says, start moving your body, or they start to have joint pain, and then that's the impetus to get them going. So maybe just having a conversation, if it's somebody who's older, about your health choices, because what you eat and what you do with your body every day are like the biggest health decisions that you make as an individual for your own health care. And for a lot of people, medication is super freaking expensive. So expensive. So if you're trying to get off statins, or you're trying to get off blood pressure meds, or whatever it is, exercise could be your answer. Now, if it's kids, I think you have to turn it into fun. Yeah. And it has to be something they like to do. And they have to giggle while they're doing it. And they have to enjoy the benefits of the true, just fun in it. And then for a lot of younger youth, it's about like getting stronger, having muscles, that kind of thing. And I think when you get older, it's more about the health,
the health concerns.
Benefits.
Yep.
Someone else is asking, I have arthritis in my lower back. What is the best exercise or yoga that is good for that? So we put together a 10-minute video that is called what is it called?
Oh, you're putting me.
I did it. I just don't know the name. It's a 10-minute free video that's all about lower back pain and how to stretch for lower back pain. And typically lower back pain for a lot of people is osteoarthritis, because truly what osteoarthritis is wear and tear to the joint. That's what osteoarthritis is. I have it in my back too. I also have a degenerated disc between L4 and L5. And so for me, it's all about every day doing my personal physical therapy in my house every single morning for about 5 to 10 minutes every single day. I use the massage ball. And in this 10-minute video, I show you how to use the massage ball to really like loosen up those muscles that are just over tight. And then remember this, motion is lotion. So if you have typical osteoarthritis, moving those joints creates synovial fluid, which will make those joints feel better. The hardest thing, though, is getting those joints moving. So check out that video. What's it called?
Yep, it's called 10 helpful stretches for low back pain relief.
Okay.
And then we also have another 10-minute, and it's yoga for low back. And Kate did that one.
Yeah, so that's 2 really good workouts for you.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. As the monotony of always being home sets in, how do you keep your workouts fresh and fun?
Get GHUTV. There's over 250 to choose from. So I am really I don't like to do the same thing every day.
I don't either.
You know, and I've been making VHS tapes and DVDs forever. And it used to bum me out because like you'd put 3 workouts on a VHS tape, so exciting, but just 3 workouts.
Yeah.
So after somebody has done those 3 workouts 300 times, it's super boring, right? But now in the world of streaming, it opened our world. You would not have to repeat a workout ever if you didn't want to. No. And we do have a lot of workouts that are no repeaters.
Yep.
Like if you dread the idea that we're going to do the same circuit 3 times in a row, go for the core cardio, which is no repeater. Go for our no repeater strength. Go for our no repeater cardio. I mean, there's a lot of no repeaters. But I think when you really, explore different workouts and do something different every day, that's what keeps my mind in it. I don't like to do the same format, nothing.
No, I don't either. And I think something too to like challenge you, and we've challenged ourselves, is going back to the old ones. And like, I don't know, we get kind of in the same, routine of like, well, we're just going to do the newer ones. But some of the older ones, like, I was like, dang, I haven't done that in a really long time.
So when I started Get GHUTV, this was, is it 4 or 5 years? I honestly cannot even remember. But it was me. It was just me. And I'm like, we need more trainers. And we started the Gold Workouts. And I had a friend she's an Energizer bunny. She's in really great shape. Shout out to Erica. Come into the studio and do the workouts with me. And someone just said the other day on social media, they're like, that's my favorite workout. The very first Gold we ever did. Like 4 years ago. It was I think it was either cardio kickboxing or bodyweight hit.
I think I just saw the body weight hit recently.
Okay, so that must have been our very first workout ever and still fun. So
and shout out, because Erica did say, can you guys do another one of those? So she was in it, and now she wants to do another one.
Hey, quickly, Instagram, you guys are going to turn off exactly at 1 hour. That's what happened. So if we lose you, I just want to thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And we have just about 3 minutes left. So
someone just asked if there's a no repeater calendar. I don't think we have enough. Well, we have calendars where there's, I think what she's saying is don't repeat the workouts. So 28 different workouts.
Some of our most recent calendars are no repeating workouts.
Really?
Yes, we've been really trying to do that because people don't always like to repeat workouts.
I know that on most 28-day calendars, Sam and I put them all together, by the way. And I think if I'm remembering that we typically have somewhere between 15 and 20 different workouts, typically.
Yep.
So there's very little repetition in the new ones. So check that out.
Yeah, and we definitely keep days for yoga and active days of rest too, just so that you're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
Do you have any best outdoor exercises for like the winter other than walking? Do you do anything else outdoors?
Well,
Minnesota, it's real hard.
I'm a positive person, but I hate winter. If you know me, you know that about me. I was born to live in the warm, and I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm not like an outdoorsy girl in the winter because I hate cold weather so much. But I love to walk. Like I will really bundle myself up. I'll keep that positive attitude. I also love to ski. I grew up skiing, and I like to ski when it's 25 or above. I don't like that sub-zero stuff. But oh my gosh, you can snowshoe. You can get out there and do what other things do people do? Ice skate?
We skate a lot. Yeah.
Ice skating is super fun. I do like to ice skate. I grew up ice skating too. Yeah. And I love that. I just don't like to stand outside in the flipping cold.
No.
And you definitely have to have something, to keep your breath from getting so cold. But there's a lot of winter, things people do outside, but I'm not really sure what they are.
Yeah. Well, there are a few options here.
Snowshoeing is probably the one that I hear most in Minnesota because we have so many lakes. People go out on the lakes, and that is really good exercise.
Mm-hmm. So we are just about at that hour mark.
We are.
So I've got no other questions.
Someone says, I hate the Texas heat.
Oh, we'll switch with you.
Oh my gosh, I know. I love the Texas heat. I want the Texas heat. Okay, someone said you talk about the gold tea for Organifi. So what about their greens? I have tried Organifi greens. I like them. I like them a lot. So definitely try them if you want. For me, though, I'll just stick like whatever greens I have in my fridge in my shake. Yeah. So I kind of thought, well, if I'm going to spend the money, I'd rather spend the money on the tea. Yeah. The mushroom tea. I know that sounds disgusting, but it's amazing. Or rather than the greens, but they are really good. Yeah. So anyway, Margot, I know that's Margot who has, she would rather have cold weather than Texas heat. Cross-country skiing, that was the other thing I was trying to think of. Cross-country skiing, that is great exercise.
Absolutely.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Real hard.
I'll watch from inside.
Yeah. Well, that's about it. We are at 2:00. So.
All right, you guys, hey, check out the free meditation challenge. In this crazy season of life called 2020, check it out, you guys. It's free. It's 14 days. There's no rules. Give a couple of them a try. We'll put the sign up again. Yep. I know we froze up, so give that a shout. Thank you to all our Get Healthy UTV members. We love you guys. We're here for you. Join the Facebook group because, good Lord, Sam is in there like 3 hours a day. And I'm in there every single day. Yep. Literally, that's no joke. Like when I say 3 hours, like you are. And we really spend a lot of time trying to converse with you guys. We want it to be a community. It's just not a website that you signed up for. It's a community of people who care. So, yay! Get ready for the Tread and Shred. It's coming.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, everybody, have an amazing, whatever it is, week. We'll see you in November. We come live every month, so we'll see you in November. All right? Take care.